As the Clinton campaign absorbs just the latest in that never-ending saga to see if there is truth in there somewhere, they're getting another snap into reality thanks to the national numbers finally revealing Mrs. Clinton is not as Teflon as she and others might believe. Let's dive into the stats with Patrick Murray, director of the Monmouth University Polling Institute. Patrick, thanks so much for joining us. I want to begin right away with a comment that you made specifically about Donald Trump, where you said that his popularity is due to a shotgun approach. What did you mean by that?
Well, I meant that, he's out there just really talking about a lot of things that are wrong with the world, the way the government works, and it's having a real impact. It's resonating with people who are just really frustrated and feel that there's, particularly in the Republican Party, who feel that there's nobody there who's voicing that frustration on behalf of them. And so it's not so much that he's focusing on one particular issue. He's really just taking out anybody who feels just hasn't played up to snuff right now. And that seems to be the resonation, because it's not about an issue. It's not about an ideology. It's just simply about the idea of saying, we're mad as hell. We're not taking it anymore.
Yep, there it is. I got about 2 minutes left. Here we go. The Quinnipiac University poll released on Thursday. If the election were held today, Hillary Clinton would be tied with Jeb Bush and Scott Walker in the poll, but she would top Donald Trump. Just let's put Trump aside for a moment here. The fact that she's now in a tie with Bush and Walker, that's astounding.
Yeah, I mean, she's really lost support among independents. She had a 55 to 60% favorable rating among independents early this year. It's now below 40%, and that's what's driving these numbers in the head-to-head matchups.
So what is it that you think is coming out here? Is it honesty and caring? Because as I read into the poll, I read those words, and I'll tell you, it's awfully strange to see those words sometimes mentioned in politics, that they're actually a good thing people are looking for.
Yeah, I think the issue with her is that honest trustworthiness. She's having an issue with getting voters to feel that she's been straightforward with them.
So she's nice and straightforward sometimes with the voters. She's not all the time. Would you see all these numbers that we're watching as a trend? I mean, let's face it, there's a drop here. So do you think that this is going to go even farther?
This has definitely been a trend. It's not been just a sudden drop-off. It's not been a blip. This has been going downhill since the beginning of the year. The only thing that it works in Hillary Clinton's favor is that she's got a lot of time to recover from this, because the drop has been among independents and not among Democrats. So even though Bernie Sanders is getting a lot of attention right now, her problem is really a November 2016 problem and not a February 2016 problem.
Just really astounding to see those, especially when you look at this and it says that Trump and Clinton have the worst scores among honesty and caring candidates. So there you go. Fascinating study to look at. We're going to keep watching the numbers. Patrick Murray, thanks so much for joining us tonight.
My pleasure.
All right, coming up next, the political animal, and the issue that neither side wants to deal with, nor has any real answers for. We are talking issues, stunning, but one that we have to touch on. That and a lot more when the Hard Line continues right here.